welcome to News Pakistan TV. Why you opted to be posted as Consul General of Italy in Karachi?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all, and thank you for your question. I was in Pakistan before I was posted, so I had the opportunity to see the real Pakistan, not the Pakistan that certain people might think of. So I decided to come here to Karachi, particularly to Karachi, because I think it's a city of opportunities. There is a lot of opportunity for development. So there is a lot to do. It's a very big city. It's a thriving environment. People are very welcoming, and I think there is a lot to do. So this is why I wanted to come here to work here and to improve relations between Italy and Pakistan.
Italy is known for its fashion, tourism, cuisine, and arts around the world. What are the other sectors where Italy has a competitive edge?
Well, it is true. Italy has this image of a country in which we are able to produce beautiful things because of our history, because of our long history, because of our love for culture, because of our historical heritage. But it is sometimes not very well known to the general public, but we have a certain industry sector in which we are the leading or one of the leading countries in the world. For instance, many sectors in the machinery field, for instance, many textile machines that we export to Pakistan, they're supposed to be some of the best produced in the world. There are many fields. For instance, I'm thinking about shipbuilding. In the field of shipbuilding, we're one of the leading countries in the world. We have one very big company which is called Fincantieri, which is the biggest shipbuilding company in all of Europe and the fourth biggest in the world. So we certainly do have a competitive edge in those sectors, and Pakistan has also had the opportunity and has the opportunity to evaluate the quality of our products.
There are many goods and commodities imported from Italy. What are the major commodities and goods that Italy exports to Pakistan?
Well, Italy exports many things to Pakistan. As I was saying, mostly our biggest export to Pakistan is made up of machinery. So machinery for textile will be the first commodity, especially in Sindh, but also in Punjab. In all the textile producing cities, you will find Italian textile machines. So it's been a very long tradition, and I think we do have a competitive edge because of the way many Italian companies operate and work. You see, like in Pakistan, many Italian business, they're family-owned business. So they have this family tradition, they have this family history, and they're very proud of their machines or what they do. They want to be, they want the products to be the best. And when they sell, they just don't just drop off the products and say, okay, you pay, this is the product. They also want to come here to do the maintenance, to see that the product is used in a good fashion. If there is a problem, they help. So you see, it's this kind of family atmosphere that is also part of the Pakistani culture, and this is why I think Italian business and Pakistani business, they go very well together in this sector. Then there are also other sectors, more industrial, for instance, chemical sector, the defense sector, we have very good cooperation, but I think there are many more avenues of cooperation that we could be doing business together.
Pakistan is mostly known in the world for exporting textiles. What other goods and commodities do you think Pakistan has the potential to export globally?
Well, Pakistan is very well known for its textile, and also in Italy the first export of Pakistan is textile products, especially home textile. So in Italy, basically most of the towels, textile that you use, for instance, for sofas, they come from Pakistan. So it is very, very common product in Italy. And Italy is one of the main export market for Pakistan. If currently this year we should be the 8th export market for Pakistan. So certainly one of the first country globally and one of the first in the EU. However, yes, as you said, there are many more areas in which Pakistan could be renowned for its exports. I tell you one thing that is little known things. For instance, Pakistan is the first exporter of Basmati rice in Italy. I think like 70% of Basmati rice in Italy comes from Pakistan. So it is a curiosity, it's a very little known fact, but it shows that, you know, also, for instance, in the field of food products, Pakistan is very competitive. I think one sector that we might explore in Pakistan is also the food processing. For instance, you have very good mangoes, but you could do a lot of things with the mangoes. I don't know, you could do mango juice or so many products out there. You have very good fruit also. So I think this is another export that we could have. But also many other fields, many other industry fields, I think Pakistan might have a competitive edge. As I said, I think this is the reason why I chose this. I think there are many opportunities to be tapped in this country.
Besides trade and commerce, what are the other areas of cooperation between Italy and Pakistan?
Well, trade is a very important axis of cooperation, and this is what the work with the embassy we're trying to do to improve trade ties. Numbers are good between Italy and Pakistan, but we would like those numbers. I think there is room for improvement in many fields. However, as you say, we should not limit diplomacy only to economy, only to trade. But there is also the cultural side. There is all the world of social NGOs, for instance. There are many ties that can be built, many ties that can be strengthened. So as far as cultural cooperation is concerned, for instance, we have something that is a little jewel, really. The Bambor archaeological site is run jointly by the Sindh government and by an Italian archaeological mission from the University of Milan. So it's been going on for a long time, and it's a very nice cultural project aimed at preserving the historical heritage of Sindh. So this is something which is very dear to me. In Italy, we have a particular expertise in preserving cultural heritage. They came all over the world, from the United States. They come to study this in our university, in our institute. And I wish to do more. I wish to have more such projects, because you do have a very long history. In fact, you have a history which is even older than Italian culture.
Italy and Pakistan are two countries that are very rich in culture and history. What are the commonalities that exist between the two countries, in your opinion?
Well, there are many commonalities I found. First of all, as I was saying, we both have an ancient history, and we're very proud of our history. Secondly, what we share from this, I think this comes from our culture. We love our culture. We are family-based society, both Italy and Pakistan. For us, values are very important. So, you know, we're not simply peoples that are driven by numbers. We value what is our culture, and this is something that bring us together. I think, you know, this culture might be different. You know, the Pakistan might come from its ancient culture, from Indus Valley civilization. Italy, its oldest culture is the Rome Greek cultural world, the Etruscan, etc. But basically, the results are the same. You know, the civilization were different, but the end result is that we both are very similar people, and this is why I think Italians and Pakistani, they go very well together. I tell you another interesting number. In Italy, we have the biggest Pakistani community of all the European Union. So in Europe, we are second to only to the United Kingdom. So we have a very big community of Pakistani. Now I would like to see more Italians coming to Pakistan for business, and this is my hope. This is what I think I can achieve.
Have you traveled outside of Karachi? What is your impression about Karachi and other places that you have visited in Pakistan?
Oh, Karachi is a wonderful city. It's really is the city that never sleeps. It's people who have not lived in Karachi, they cannot imagine Karachi. When people think of Pakistan, they wouldn't be able to imagine Karachi. So I've been here less than a year, but my wife and I, we've grown very attached to Karachi, to his lifestyle, and it's very different from what people might think. You know, I have to go in Italy to explain to people what Karachi really is, and is also such a big city in numbers. It has such a huge population, and it's a city that has grown so much. So it's a city, its population is the source was mostly immigration, and this has created a very particular relationship between the population and the city. So it's something that is really unique, and I've traveled around Pakistan. Of course, I've been to Islamabad many times. I've been to Lahore, but Karachi, I think it has really a unique character.
Does Pakistan have the potential to become a tourist hotspot for Europeans? Do you think there are any potential avenues of cooperation between Italy and Pakistan in tourism sector?
Oh, this is a very good question, thank you. I think tourism has been very much underrated in Pakistan, because Pakistan has everything. So if I can make a comparison with Italy, you are one of the few countries in the world which, like us, it expands from south to the north. Now, like Italy geographically, and you have the very high mountains, like we have the Alps. And in the south, you have the sea, like us. So you have the mountains, you have the sea, you have beautiful places, and you have a very ancient cultural site, as we were saying, archaeological area, but you also have beautiful palazzos in Sindh, in Punjab. You have a beautiful historical heritage in Lahore, in Bawalpur, in Thatta. So you do have everything, really, literally. I think the tourism industry has been improving recently, but still there is a lot of room for improvement. And the cooperation with Italy, this is another project we had with the ambassador. The cooperation with Italy could be that, you see, Italy is very well renowned for its hospitality sector, since we are one of the biggest tourist destinations all over the world. A city like Rome, there are millions and millions of tourists coming every day, and hospitality, it's not easy to manage. You know, you need a certain training, you need certain kind of structure, you need the right architects, you need the good managers, and I think Italy can offer this know-how to Pakistan. I think there are people who are interested in doing this, and this is surely an avenue of cooperation. I think tourism is something which is not easy to come, but when tourists they will start coming to Pakistan, they will stay there. You see, they will not want to leave. They want to come back. So this is very important, and you have really beautiful places. So I think personally that they should be better known in the rest of the world.
Recently, the Foreign Minister of Italy visited Pakistan, which was quite an encouraging news. Please enlighten us more about this visit.
Yes, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Luigi Di Maio, recently visited Pakistan. I was there. It's a very important visit. The last visit of an Italian Foreign Minister was in 2016. 2 years ago, we had a visit of our Undersecretary of State. but it's very important visit, and so it was both a visit in which multilateral issues were discussed, as you can imagine, but also bilateral issues, and the purpose was also to improve bilateral issues, such as, as we said, trade issues, cultural issues with Pakistan. It was a visit that was made to the highest authorities of Pakistan, to the Prime Minister, to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and to the Chief of Army Staff. So, and I have to say, we were beautifully received, and I can only thank the government again for its hospitality and perfect organization of the visit.
Your vision on the future of bilateral relations between Italy and Pakistan?
Well, our aim, as I said, is first of all to improve trade. Trade is very important because trade is the beginning of many things, and trade also improves, if you improve trade, you will improve human relations between the people. As I was saying, this is our way, the Italian way of doing business, which is similar to yours. So from there, we can also have a cultural angle, and something else also which we didn't talk about, I want to promote, is, for instance, all the what in Italy we call the third sector, all the social, NGOs world, social sector, humanitarian. This is also another thing we can work. Once we have once we have improved trade relations, once we have big companies coming here, then it will be easier to do the rest, and the rest will follow. And then again, what Italy can offer Pakistan is the know-how that we have in certain specific sector. I think this is very important because for the rest, you have everything. If we look at natural resources, human resources, you are one of the richest country in the world. There is no doubt about that. So the question is, what can Italy offer to Pakistan, and what can Pakistan offer to Italy?
Welcome to the Week of the Italian Language in the World. I'm the Consul of Italy in Karachi. This year we organize a very nice event for children, because we want to start from the children. We want children to learn about other languages and other culture, and especially Italian language and Italian culture, which is very much appreciated in the world. And children education is the most important thing, so we look forward to do more in this field, in the field of language learning, in the field of cultural learning. There is a lot of attention from Pakistan towards Italian language and culture, and at the same time a lot of people in Italy they study and love Pakistan and Pakistani languages. Thank you a lot.